before starting, I was talking with Marta, because Marta keeps the camera on. The camera is on. Even before, which means cada tontería que hago antes de iniciar is captured by the camera. So tiene una elenco, una biblioteca de tomas falsas, mías. You see, it's incredible. So if I become very, very famous like Frank Sinatra, she can take these things and sell them. You can make a lot of money. If I become really famous, okay. Yeah, because when I'm waiting to see, okay, everybody, are you ready? I start doing silly things. Silly is tonto, pero como contrario de serio, no contrario de inteligente. The opposite of intelligent is dumb or stupid. Don't be stupid, no, it's tonto. But silly is the opposite of serious. But now it's time to be serious. So, expressions. Page 101 in the middle. Expression 383. I've never heard this expression in my life. Jimena, she's the author. She's British. Jimena's from the area of London around Wimbledon, where they play tennis. Yeah, it's a posh area. And it must be a British expression, to go pear-shaped. Volverse configurado como una pera. The pears, a pear has a special shape. To go pear-shaped, irse a la porra, dice aquí. Todo fue a la porra. Everything went pear-shaped. Okay. Si tú lo dices, okay, I believe you. I've learned a new expression today. To go pear-shaped. To go pear-shaped. Yes. But there are many expressions between countries. For example, I remember last year I was talking to a Colombian girl. Colombiana. And she doesn't live in Spain. She said, boy, había un mogollón de gente. And she said, ¿qué es un mogollón? All right. Okay. So, we have these ways of speaking, which is very, very common in Spain, un mogollón. It's very, very common. But people in Mexico or Chile or Colombia don't understand it. So you need to adapt to it. And this one, to go pear-shaped, I've never heard it. The bottom one, at the bottom of page 101, to go the extra mile. Esto sí, ir la milla extra. O sea, es esforzarse a tope, esforzarse al máximo. O sea, hacer una milla más de la necesaria. 1 kilómetro. O sea, necesito un esfuerzo de 10 kilómetros hoy. Pues te voy a dar 11. I'm going to go the extra kilometer. Es menos poético. It's interesting that the English measurement, the English system of weights and measures, pesos y medidas, 1 mile, 1 inch, una pulgada, 1 foot, 1 yard, 1 mile, etc. These have been around for 500 years. And there's a lot of poetry, mucha poesía con esto. Yeah. Andaré una milla por ti. I'll walk a mile for you. But la palabra kilómetro no suena bien. I'll walk a kilometer. That's not very poetic. So the metric system is not very poetic, but the English measurement system, is. Nadaré 1000 leguas por ti, mi amor. Okay, 1000 kilómetros, 1000 millas, a mile. Remember, ¿te acuerdas de la palabra más larga en inglés, no? That's the longest word in the English language. Sonrisas. La S al principio. Smiles. Smiles, sonrisas en plural. S, pero en medio una milla, mile. Smiles. It's a long word. All right. To go the extra mile. Yes. Lo bueno de Tomás es que siempre se esfuerza a tope. O sea, corre una milla más de lo necesario. The good thing about Tom, or Tim, aquí Timoteo. The good thing about Tim is that he always goes the extra mile. All right. He always goes the extra, con X, the extra mile. To go the whole hog. Liarse la manta a la cabeza. Okay. I don't know that expression in Spanish. Yeah. Nos liamos la manta a la cabeza y pedimos el menú de degustación de 10 platos. Okay, o sea, tirar la casa por la ventana un poco. Okay. All right, to go the whole hog. Hog es un cerdo. You know, we have 2 words for cerdo in Spanish. In English, we have pig and hog. Hog. H-O-G. Como niebla, fog, pero con H. Hog. Now, in Spanish, I think you have 5. You have cerdo, puerco, marrano, guarro, y cochino. You know, and what's interesting in Spanish is you use them in different ways. Un déspota es un cerdo. No le llamamos un cochino. No. Now, a person who's eating in spaghetti with his hands says, no seas cochino. You say, but you don't say, no seas cerdo. You don't say it. Now, un puerco, or let's say, puerco, cerdo, marrano, guarro es muy sucio. Pero no así. If you're eating spaghetti with your hands, it's cochino. Now, if your house is a mess, it's guarro, dirty. But no, you know, cerdo. So it's interesting that all the words mean a pig, but you use them differently. All right, differently. Now, in English, we have 2 words, or 3. Okay. Ganado porcino. We say swine. Like in Alemán, Schwein. Swine. S-W-I-N-E. But that's a technical word. Swine. The swine flu. Virus o la gripe porcina. All right. Swine flu. Swine diseases, enfermedades porcinas. All right. Swine. But then we say pig. Y la palabra es pig. Now, hog, we usually use it in terms of industry. La industria del porcino. Ganado porcino. With the hog industry. The hogs. A hog farm. Explotación porcina. Is a hog farm, not a pig farm. But don't worry. You can mix them. Now, no seas cochinos. Don't be a pig. Don't be a pig. A hog, no. Now, to hog, como verbo, ojo. To hog is todo para mí. Parecina. I'm hogging all of these books and pens. Everything is for me, not for Marta. I'm hogging all of the resources. Acaparar. Yeah, todo para mí. All right, that's to hog. Don't hog the books. Se deja un libro para otra persona. Come on, don't hog all the books. All right. Now, this says to go the whole hog. Es una expresión británica. Means liarse la manta a la cabeza, tirar la casa por la ventana. Now, the next one, finally, and one more. To go the whole 9 yards. All right. To go the whole 9 yards. Ir los 9 metros enteros. 9 yardas enteras. Means ir hasta el final. Todo. A por todos. Y de todo. All right. Tengo la sensación de que Daniel va por todas e incluso se afeitará la cabeza. Okay. I have a feeling that Dan is going the whole 9 yards and even shave his head. Yeah. When I finish this program number 1000, I'm going to shave completely. And I'm going to shave my head, Marta. Well, shave my head, no, but I'm going to cut it super short. Super short. When I finish program number 1000. Because before that, I didn't want to do it because I don't want to change my look. All right, but after that, yes. Simplifying my life. All right. So, to go the whole 9 yards. To go the whole 9 yards. Hay una película que se llama The Whole 9 Yards, I think. I can't remember. But in any case, that's enough for expressions for today. Grammar. And the grammar today is negative questions. Yes. My sister doesn't live in Texas. No. Why doesn't she live in Texas? Because she doesn't want to live in Texas. Okay. Why doesn't she want to live in Texas? She doesn't want to live in Texas because she doesn't like Texas. And why doesn't she like Texas? She doesn't like Texas because Texas doesn't have any mountains. And why doesn't Texas have any mountains? I don't know. God made Texas without any mountains. Well, where does she live? She lives in Colorado. And why does she live in Colorado? Because Colorado has mountains. And what does she do in Colorado? She works and skis. Well, what does she do? Well, she has 3 jobs, one in the morning, one at midday, and one in the afternoon and evening. Oh, 3 jobs. Not bad. What does she do in the morning? Excuse me. What does your sister do in the morning? She teaches. Good. Like you. Does she teach English? No, she doesn't. Why doesn't she teach English? Because the people in Colorado don't need to learn English. They already know English. But what does she teach? She teaches interior design, interior decoration. Where does she teach it? Where does she teach it? She teaches it. Lo enseña, decoración interiores. She teaches it in a technical school, FP, tipo FP, like vocational training. So she teaches it in a technical school. Does she like it? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She does. Does she go by public transport? No, she doesn't. Why doesn't she use public transport? If she went by public transport, it would take her 2 hours to get to the school. Why would it take her so long? First of all, in American cities, except New York City, the public transport system is not as good as in Europe. In Europe, the public transport system is very good. The United States is a country based on the car. And so you have to use a car. It's possible to use the buses, but the bus comes once every 30 minutes. And there are not as many bus routes as in European cities. So if she went, ahora estoy con lo condicional, si fuera por transporte público a trabajar, if she went to the school by public transport, it would take her 2 hours. And that's why she doesn't go by public transport. Well, how does she go? She drives. And how long does it take her to get there? It takes her 45 minutes. Whew. It takes her a long time. Why does it take so long? Because my sister lives in the south of Denver, and this school, this institute is in the north of Denver. And she needs to go during the rush hour. Well, during the rush hour. She leaves around 9 o'clock. She leaves home around 9 o'clock. It takes her 45 minutes to get there. So she gets there at 9:45. That's right. Okay. What does she do when she gets there? She goes to the teacher's lounge. To the what? She goes, when she gets to the school at around 9:45, when she gets to the school, she goes to the teacher's lounge. Lounge. ¿Qué es eso? La sala de profesores. Lounge. Lounge es un sitio. Lounge es una sala o un sitio donde descansar, to lounge. To lounge around is remolonear, o sea, de tirarse a la Bartolo, to lounge around. But a lounge, in a hotel, for example, you go to a hotel, you have the front desk, you have the reception area, and many times you have a lounge with a bar, nice tables and nice chairs and things you can sit down and have a coffee or have a beer or have a glass of wine. Most hotels have a lounge. And in the schools, you have the teacher's room, but also you can say the teacher's lounge. So when my sister gets to the technical school, she goes to the teacher's lounge. Why does she go there? Why doesn't she go to the classroom? Why doesn't she go directly to the classroom? Because she wants a coffee. She goes to the teacher's lounge to see other teachers, to say hello, and to have a coffee. Well, what time does the first class start? It starts at 10 o'clock. So she spends 15 minutes in the teacher's lounge. Probably she spends 8 minutes in the teacher's lounge, because it takes her 5 minutes to walk, 3 minutes to walk from her car to the teacher's lounge, because she parks outside. And she needs to go into the school and go to the teacher's lounge. And by the time she reaches the teacher's lounge, by the time she gets to the teacher's lounge, it's 10 minutes to 10. Usually there's coffee already made. It's percolator or classical drip coffee with filter. And so she pours herself a coffee, typical American coffee, which I prefer, by the way. People think, and then she chats or talks with some of the other people. But then she needs to go to the classroom. And how long does it take her to walk to the classroom? It takes about 2 minutes only. So it takes her 3 minutes to walk to the teacher's lounge and 2 minutes to walk to the classroom. So really she spends 10 minutes in the teacher's lounge, which is enough time to sit down, wake up, have a coffee. But does your sister have a coffee at home before leaving? Yes. My sister probably gets up at 7 o'clock. She leaves home at 9. That's very typical in the United States. People get up with plenty of time before they leave home. Yes. Or some people get up, take a shower, shave or whatever, and go to a restaurant for breakfast. A sit-down breakfast for 30 minutes. And they're reading the newspaper, or maybe today, using the electronic newspaper and things. People go slowly. In the United States, people go slowly in the morning. Parsimonious morning routine. In Spain, no. They get up, apuran, and they leave, and they don't have a coffee or anything. They come here to this office. The first thing they do is go to the coffee machine, have their first coffee. So I don't agree with that. I prefer to start parsimoniously in the morning. And my sister does the same. I do the same. My mother did the same. My father, more or less. The thing is, my father, my mother had everything prepared. When my father got up at 7, I think, my mother had already been up for 2 hours. And she prepared everything for when my father came downstairs, because it's a 2-story house. When my father came downstairs, bacon and eggs were on the table, ready, and the coffee, toast, butter and jam, mantequilla, you remember that? Everything, it was ready. He just came in and sat down in his pajamas. So he had breakfast before getting dressed, because my father dressed formally with a tie, always, and a suit. And to sit down with a suit and a tie and have bacon and eggs and toast and no. So he came down in un batín or something, a robe, or in his pajamas, and he had breakfast. And he read the newspaper slowly for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, Yeah. It's a routine, a ritual. It's a ritual. Me, I have a similar ritual, although I don't eat anything. I have a coffee, but a tall coffee, American style, in a thermal cup. That's a thermal cup, so it stays hot. And for 45 minutes, I'm going through the news in Spain and in the United States and the sports as well, world news, etc., and caressing that coffee, a slow, parsimonious ritual of waking up. And then, los 100 metros lisos. After that, then I'm ready to leave. I brush my teeth, take a shower, get dressed in 15 minutes only. 45 minutes doing that, and then boom, I'm ready to go. And I think that's a good way to start the day. Of course, you need to get up earlier than usual, but I think it's a good way to start the day. And I usually leave home earlier than most other people. See, so I get up at 5:30. I wake up at 5:30. My sister wakes up, I think, at 7 later, because she doesn't need to start until 9, until 10 o'clock in the technical school. Me, I need to start at 7:30. You see, I have a radio program. This show is at 7 o'clock every day, but it's pre-recorded. Marta and I, the program you're seeing now, right now, this program that you're watching, Marta and I probably recorded it 2.5 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks ago, you see. So, but at the same time, at 7:30, when this program ends, I have a radio show that starts in Madrid, Valencia, Bilbao, and other places. So if you want, you can listen to me more time, watching me first and then listening to me on the radio. Yes. Several years ago, this program started, last year, this program started at 7:30, not 7. And so I was competing with myself on the radio. Competition. But that's not the case now. That's not the case now. All right, so my sister teaches 2 hours. She gives 2 classes. And how many students does she have in each class? I have no idea. Well, I have no idea. Well, you can make an educated guess. I can make a wild guess. Hacer una adivinación salvaje. O sea, a wild guess means, 15 alumnos. That's a wild guess. Now, an educated guess, normally in these types of schools, there are about 20 students per class. Big classes, no, so maybe 20. That's an educated guess. That's an educated guess. So she probably has 20 students in each class. And what time does her second class start? It starts at 11. Her first class starts at 10 and her second class starts at 11. And how long does each class last? Each class lasts 55 minutes. So she has 5 minutes to go to the next classroom. No. She doesn't go to the next. She has 5 minutes, yes. But the students come to her. In the United States, it's the opposite from Spain or maybe the rest of Europe. The teacher has a fixed classroom. The students move. Here, no. The students have a fixed classroom and the teachers move. I don't agree with that. The students spend all morning or all day sitting in the same room. It's a downer. It's a downer means it's depresivo. In the United States, the students all get up and leave and go to a different classroom for the next teacher. In the movies, you see it in las películas. Bueno, everybody gets up. Bueno, para lunes, you've seen it. For Monday, there's an exam on Moby Dick. Okay, and they get up and leave. They're not leaving school. No, they're going to the next class, you see. And each student goes perhaps to different classrooms, depending on the type of schedule they have. Maybe one person is going to mathematics class, another is going to history class, or to English class, whatever. It's very dynamic. I prefer it. And besides, the kids, young people, they need to move around. And they walk in the hall. En las pelis, donde las taquillas siempre se ven los chavales yendo por los pasillos del colegio. That's because it's between classes. You have 5 minutes. You need to go upstairs, downstairs, etc. Yes. And there are a lot of people. Hi, Jimmy, and the social element. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Susie. Hi, Johnny, etc. I've run out of time. See you tomorrow.